Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to a July 1st one of and prototype sale. I have a total of 13, a baker's dozen, and some have sheaths and some do not. If you want sheaths, I always recommend my buddy Randy over at Stitch Gear Outfitters, but since these are prototypes and one ofs, you will probably need to send him the knife. Anyway, without further ado, this is the only place that I'm going to list specifications. You will find these knives on my website under Shop Knives webpage, www.wcknives.com, and there will be a link below to the webpage. Now, these will not appear on the webpage until tomorrow, July the 1st, at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's 6 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Pacific, okay? And that is in the evening, 5 o'clock in the evening or afternoon. That is when people are getting off of work mostly and getting close to getting off to work. I'm sorry, I wish I could accommodate everybody's time frame, but it's just impossible. So before the 4th of July weekend, I'm hoping that this is going to be a good time for everybody to get in and get a shot at them, okay? And as I've said before, the best thing to do is go through this video several times. You got plenty of time. It's going to be the video is going to be posted the day before the sale, so that means that you've got time to watch the video. Choose the 2 or 3 that you like, so that at least maybe you can get one of them. I do recommend that you sign up on my website so that all your information is on my website, and all you have to do is click and buy. Because by the time you punch in all your credit card numbers and all this other stuff, somebody's already bought it and gone, okay? So how that works is when you put this in your cart and try to buy it, several other people may have as well. So the first person that pays the money is the one that's going to get the knife. So if you have all the information on the website and it's already set up, then it's just a matter of buying and clicking and approving and saying, yes, I want it, okay? So it's a lot faster that way. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you the specs on the knives in this video. Like I say, there are not going to be any specs on the website. It's just going to be a picture of the knife and the price. Pricing is going to be cheaper than retail. I have not looked and see what the retail prices are yet at this point, but it will be cheaper than that. So prices is probably going to range between $150 and well below $300, okay? So anyway, it depends on what handle material, depends on whether there's a sheath with it, depends on a lot of things, okay? The more involved in it, the more pricey it is, the more the price is going to be, all right? Knives is not just one price. There's a lot of things that goes into that, all right? Even grinds dictate what kind of price it is, all right? If there's like a multiplicity grind, like there's 3 or 4 grinds, then that takes time. That costs money. All right. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to go with the first one, and these are not in any special order. And this is a prototype with a curved Scandi, has a little tooth. It goes into a blended full flat. See, the full flat blends into it. And this is a prototype, no name. Handle is walnut. And that is some of the best, I hope the camera picks that up. That's some of the best figured walnut that I have seen. With red liners and red pins. It is made from AEBL. Okay. 1/8 inch. Blade on it is 4 1/4. The full flat portion is 3 inches. And of course the Scandi portion is 1 1/4 inches, okay, to the tooth. Handle overall is 4 1/2, including the extended pommel, and it fits in your hand beautifully. It's kind of got the Kepart contour handle. It's not a tip. It's a broom handle with contours. Okay, so that you get that little protection up there to keep your hand from sliding up on the blade. Okay, there you go. Beautiful little knife, little bushcraft skinning top blade. All right, there's one. Next one is I was going to say I was going to laser it, but I haven't got around to it. If you buy this knife and want it lasered with the Mule Skinner Prototype B, then I'll do that. But tell me in a separate email that you want me to do that if you win this knife or buy this knife. All right, handle is teak, figured teak, with a black liner and black pins. And again, it has the same kind of Kepart style shape to it with the scallops, or not scallops, but indentions here to kind of let you know, hey, I'm sliding up on the blade. All right. Okay, some specs. It is Nitro V. I'll say 1/8 inch. Excuse me, allergies. Blade is 4 1/8. The full flat portion is about 2 1/2. Skinny portion is about 1 3/4 inches. Handle is 4 1/2. Thickness, I didn't give you the thickness on the other one, but it's about the same. It's a 1 inch. So it fills up the hand very nicely. Hidden tang or hidden lanyard. It's just a great little knife. I like that sweep down. I'm going to explore with that and come up with something very similar to that at some point. But there you go. Figured teak. Fantastic handle. It feels. I like the way teak feels. It's kind of got. It's not sticky. It's just grippy. I don't know. It's a strange material, teak is. Okay. And these do not have sheaths. If they had sheaths, I'll show you the sheath in the video. Okay. This is another prototype, similar to some of the others. Again, it's a blended back full flat into a Scandi. And all these knives, the Scandi goes all the way through. It's the same bevel all the way through. So they're easily sharpened. This one is just natural micarta. It's a little dirty. Some of these has been tested. It does have a little hole here. Put a lanyard in it if you want. But blade on it, it's kind of got a spade type tilt, which I like that spade tilt. 4 inches for the blade cutting edge. The full flat portion is about 2 3/4 of it. Handle is 4 inches, and again, it's got that little contoured deal. It's you know, if somebody likes a smaller handle, then this is a very good option. This is a fantastic neck knife. Very light, very light. So anyway, it's a great little knife. It really is. Okay, no name prototype. Another one, no name prototype. This one is very, very thin. I don't know if I told you the thickness on that one. That's 1/8 inch. Let's see. 1/8 inch. This one's like 3/32. It's very, very, very thin. And it's Nitro V. And it's a saber all the way through with about a 12-degree cutting edge. Man, it slices. It'll go through anything in a heartbeat. Cutting edge is about 3 3/4. Handle is 3 3/4. That's a very thin handle. Fantastic little neck knife. You got somebody, or do leather yourself, just do a little neck pouch for this. I mean, this would skin a whitetail in a heartbeat. Just a great little knife. It's not too big, not too little. It's black canvas micarta with black pins, a brass hollow pin for the lanyard. Again, no name, Nitro V. Okay, this one is another thin 3/32 knife. It has a full flat blended into a Scandi. Has the little tooth right there. And that tooth, man, you start using that tooth skinning game or doing anything, woodwork. This would do some feathers for you. I would not baton this knife at all. It's just not thick enough to do you any good. When you want to baton a knife, you want something that's got a little bit of thickness there to split that wood apart. This don't have it. Don't baton this knife, all right? I wouldn't recommend batoning any knife, to be honest with you. But anyway, handle on this one is camo Sure Touch, okay, with neon green or lime green or zombie green pins. No lanyards. And it's just big enough for your hand. That finger wraps right there at that contour, and it's thick enough to fill your hand up. I do not have a lanyard on this because this one is going to be used for flaying. It does have some flex to it and boning and things like that, so you don't want a lanyard in there just getting all nasty and everything. So I didn't put a lanyard on this one. I almost kept this knife. I think it'd be a great little knife for the pack in case you want to do some filleting and boning on camp. But anyway, I'll give you some specs on it. The cutting edge is 5.5. The flat portion is 4 1/4, and of course the Scandi is like 1 1/4 inch, something like that. The handle is 4 inches, but it's thick, so it kind of fills the hand up anyway. So it's got plenty of control. So anyway, I think that would be a great little companion knife for a sportsman. You know, one that likes to fish, hunt, that type of thing. Camp chores too, kitchen chores. Your wife been wanting a knife, be fantastic in the kitchen, or backyard chef. Yeah, barbecue guy. Dad, well, there you go, right there. All right. Now I've got some little minis that these are some of the ones that the lanyard hole was ground off. So instead of throwing the knife away, I just shortened the handle up, and you got a shortened mini. So you got a mini. All right, same steel, same grinds, everything's the same. It's just the handle is shorter than the standard handle. Okay, so this one here is black Sure Touch, and all these, the dimensions on these are going to be the same. So I'm just going to give you one. They're all made from 1/8 inch AEBL with a Scandi grind. The Scandi portion is 2 inch. The handle portion is 3 1/2. Overall is like 5 3/4. This is black Sure Touch. It's got a little oil on it right there, but with red pins. That's one. Okay, I've got another one here that's black canvas micarta with brass pins. And again, all the dimensions are pretty much the same. We give or take a 1/16 here or there. All right, they're all hand ground. And I've got one that has OD green canvas micarta liners, real thick, and a thin natural micarta scales. So you get a little bit of a sandwich type look. Okay. But there you go. Oh, sorry, one more. This mini has a sheath. It is slightly used. It's never abused. I just used it on one trip as a neck knife. You can't even tell it's ever been used. As my buddy Tim said, they're not used, they are tested. So it's tested a little bit. It's got orange Sure Touch with orange pin. It's just got one orange pin and one hollow pin. This is the only one that has a lanyard tube on it. Okay, and it's got a leather. It will come with a leather sheath, a little neck pouch, and the paracord neck cord on it. And there you go. They're just nice little package there. All right. Okay, now the rest of these has Kydex sleeves, and they're set up. If you want to buy a tech lock, you can go to the holstersmith.com, and you can buy a tech lock that'll fit it. You can get the large tech lock. The holes are aligned to where a large tech lock will fit, or a small tech lock, either one. Just make sure you get the hardware with it. All right. Okay. The first one is the skeleton version, and it has just a sleeve. The skeleton version of the Fire and Bone with a saber going into a Scandi, and give you some specs on it. The saber portion is about 2 and let's say 3/4, and the Scandi portion is 1 inch. Overall is 8 and a little less than 1/2. It is made from, I think that's maybe 5/32. I don't know. It's a heavy 1/8 if it is an 1/8. All right. But you know, if you needed a handle on it, you could do a paracord wrap on it pretty easy. I do not recommend you putting your own handles on there unless you've done it before and you're very proficient at it. All right, because it still has my logo on it. Please, please. All right. Okay, and if you do that, then your Kydex sleeve won't fit if you put a handle on it. So there it is. Okay. I've thought about saving this until I got it all figured out on the mule skinner, but no, we'll let it go. This one is well tested. It's a very thin blade, 3/32 blade, has orange sure touch with black pins and a hollow pin and the brass pin in the back for a lanyard. This is prototype A. Has a saber going into a Scandi. And again, it's the same angle all the way through sharpening. The saber portion is about 2 7/8. Scandi portion is about 1 inch and 1/8. Handle length is just under 4 inches. So it's a very thin handle, but it's enough there to grab onto. And it does have a Kydex sleeve with it, like so. So you wear it as a neck knife. Very light, fantastic neck knife. And it's one of those blades that I think it's going to be a great little skinning blade. I just got to get all this other stuff the way I like it. Okay. Here's another prototype. No name. This one has a spade blade, has a wedge, so it'd make a fantastic little skinner. People like to coon hunt, squirrel hunt, even whitetails. Fantastic little blade. It's made from 1/8 inch AEBL. The saber portion is about, let's say 2 1/8, and the Scandi portion is 1.5 inches. Cutting edge is about 3.5 inches. Handle is 3 3/4. It is Osage with black pins and a black liner. Has a brass hollow pin for the lanyard, and it's not a real big handle, but it's just enough to fill your hand up. Okay, so I really like it. If I wasn't using so many knives right now, I would probably keep this knife, but you can't keep them all. You really can't. So anyway, it does come with a Kydex sleeve. And again, if you guys don't know how to operate a Kydex sheath, see that little thumb press right there? Just take it and just push on it. Grab the handle and use your thumb and push on it. And put it back, same way. Okay? Push. It's that simple. Everybody grabbing it, just trying to jank, no. You have no control. When you lose control of a knife, you're going to hurt yourself. You always stay in control. Okay? So, handle, grab the handle, push with your thumb. Okay, just like that. All right, and the last one, the piece de la resistance. This one should go quick. I really like this knife. This is Bird's Eye Bacardi. It will have a Kydex sleeve with it. And again, push. See that click? So if you try to pull on it, it's going to resist against you. Okay? So you're going to grab it and it's going to want to go all kinds of different ways. So just grab the handle, push against it with your thumb. It comes right out. Full flat, fire and bone. Look at that. Look at that. I'll tell you what, a lot of this is practicing grinds, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I'm always trying to improve grinds and grind lines and all this other stuff. These are prototypes, so they're not perfect. The grind lines are going to be a little strange. They're not going to look like they're completely finished. They may be off a 16th or so at the spine. They're not going to be perfectly lined up. They're prototypes, okay? And that's what makes these special, make these unique. This is a very thin Bacardi with an orange liner and orange pins. Has a hidden lanyard. Give you some specs on it. The cutting edge is about 3 7/8. The full flat portion is about 2 1/2, and the scanty portion is let's say 1 3/8. Handle length is 4 3/8. It's just a great knife. It really is. Again, if I didn't have so many that I was using, this is what's on my belt right now in case you guys haven't seen social media. This is the new Master Sportsman with a full flat going into a saber. And that's what a lot of these were practicing on, how to blend this back and make that look good. See how that's blended back? If you look on the other side, that's blended back. But this knife will be released in the fall. So you can't order this from any supplier or dealer. Well, you can, but you're going to be like second or third in line. The first runs will be available and sold through my website in fall, say early to mid-fall. Depends on when I can get all this other stuff that you guys have been so graciously and ordered out the door. So once that's done, then I'll do these and put those on the website under the Shop Knives webpage on my website, www.wcknives.com. Right hand corner, click on the 3 hashes, menu will drop down, go to the webpage that says Shop Knives, and that's the webpage that the knives are sold on. Okay, so anyway, has a Kydex sleeve, and there you have it. I hate to get rid of some of these, but we need to get some cash flow and get some money into the business again. So anyway, there you go. And 2, they need to be used. These knives deserve to be used and not put in a drawer somewhere and abandoned. So I appreciate you guys, everything that you do for me, and the support for WC Knives is just humbling. It really is. Thank you guys so much. Until the next one, you guys get in the backyard with a little stick. Be sure and take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.